Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Beautifully Aligned podcast. I'm so happy that you are here today. Today we're talking morning routines. And no, this might not be what you're thinking. Like, oh, she's going to say she gets up at 5 a.m. and then she goes to the gym and then she eats breakfast, the really typical morning routine that is like shoved down our throats and into our ears when we listen to podcasts about successful people's morning routines. I am guilty of really enjoying listening to those things, but I'm going to give you some real life morning routine ideas and information. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Okay, so like I was saying, if you are not waking up at 4:45 or 5 a.m. and then writing in your gratitude journal and writing 50 pages in that, and then going outside and getting your sun and then eating and journaling some more, don't feel guilty. Don't, because everybody is different. And there is this study that I want to talk about. I will link it in the show notes if you are interested. But some people are just wired, or everyone's wired differently, but there are people who just physically cannot wake up at 5 a.m. and feel good and feel productive and feel like they want to tackle the day getting up at 5 a.m. Some people go to bed at 11 o'clock, midnight, and wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. I will link this study about the late sleepers, it's called, in this article. So I just wanted to throw out there that information because I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel guilty and I feel like totally personally shamed. Sometimes if I'm listening to a podcast episode or reading something about some CEO who has this insanely early morning. Okay, I'm going to share my ideal morning and how I like to spend every single morning. This is to give you ideas, maybe switch something up in your routine, and then we're going to get into what is actually behind this for me and how you can apply it to yourself. Okay, so ideally I will wake up anywhere between 5:30 and 7:30 a.m. So sometimes if it's on the later end, like 7:30, my daughter sometimes gets up at 7:30ish. She'll wake up anywhere between 7:30 and 9, which is great. I know that I'm lucky with her wake up times. So ideally I get up before she does. And if you are a parent and you are not doing this, I highly recommend it if you can, if you're not one of those late sleepers that I was mentioning earlier in this episode with that research. So when you have time to yourself, it's just so rejuvenating. It's nice not to wake up to not necessarily chaos, but playing, screaming, running around. I like to wake up just quietly. It feeds my soul to wake up quietly. Okay, so I wake up and the first thing I do is I scrape my tongue. I will leave the tongue scraper that I use in the show notes, or if you are watching on YouTube, I'll link it in the description. So I do this because I like to eat and drink coffee pretty much first thing in the morning, and your bacteria on your tongue builds up overnight. It's a whole thing. If you sleep with your mouth open, hopefully you're not doing that. That's a whole other topic. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I've been covering my tongue tie journey and dealing with that and doing the exercises to prepare for a tongue tie release. And it is a big no-no to sleep with your mouth open. So I'm trying not to do that. But anyway, regardless, you have bacteria on your tongue. We have bacteria everywhere. But I don't like to swallow that all first thing in the morning or ever. So I use the tongue scraper when I wake up, scrape it off, and then I get out of bed. I would ideally be listening to some jazz. Love a good jazz station on Spotify. Just makes me feel good. And then I make coffee. So pretty immediately, like this is all within the first 5 minutes of waking up. And I've been making my pumpkin spice latte, which is so good. It doesn't have that chemically flavor that Starbucks has. So I make my coffee, I have my jazz playing, and then I like to be creative. And I don't put it, or I don't put what I'm doing in a box. Like I don't say on my calendar, okay, so from 7 to 8, I'm going to journal about XYZ. I just leave it open for whatever I feel called to do. And that's just so much less stress for me in the morning. So I leave that time for creativity, and that could be going on Pinterest and planning outfits or looking at home decor, reading an article. Sometimes it is journaling. Sometimes there's something I really want to tackle in my journal, and I will do that in the morning. So it's just whatever is calling to me, I will do. After that, I will drink a smoothie because it's quick. And I do, my favorite smoothie right now is a mint chocolate chip smoothie. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I haven't even been putting in the chocolate chips. It still tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I'll give you the recipe. Okay. So it's ice, mangoes, or you could sub for bananas. I personally don't like bananas, but I think that's what the recipe calls for if you Google it. So ice, mangoes, spinach. I do a huge handful of spinach, vanilla extract, maple syrup, peppermint oil. That gives it that mintiness. Oats. I do raw organic oats. And then, so you don't want to cook them. Almond butter. And am I forgetting anything? No, that's it. I mean, you can put chocolate chips in. I don't do that. Sometimes I do if I have them, but it's obviously healthier without them. Blend it all up. It tastes like ice cream. It is so good. You could also add protein powder if you wanted to. I'm not a protein powder girly, so I don't do it. And that keeps me satiated because next up is the gym, and I do not like to go to the gym on an empty stomach. So the smoothie is really quick to make. I will go to the gym, and I do weight training about 5 days a week. So I will either train upper body, lower body, and then I do spin a few days a week as well. So I'll go to the gym for about 45 minutes. I will walk there, get the sunlight in my eyes. They say that getting sun within 30 minutes of waking up is very beneficial for your circadian rhythm and just your overall well-being. And I find that to be true, although I don't always get out like right in that 30 minutes of waking up window. I do try. It's anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So that is my workout. After my workout, we're at like maybe 9 a.m. after my workout. I will start work, and your morning is going to look different than mine. Mine's going to look different from yours. I have time in the mornings with childcare to do all of my work. So from 9 to noon right now is when I'm doing work. So with work, I am calendaring all of that out from 9 to 12 and what that looks like. And having a Google Calendar system that is color coded and has check boxes just keeps my mind right. Otherwise, I will think, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then I'll just not do anything because maybe ADD, I don't know. So I have it all on my calendar and I can accomplish everything. And I feel so accomplished. I feel so at peace when I practice this morning routine to have that creativity first thing in the morning, moving my body too. I think it's been proven research-wise that when you move your body in the morning, it's most beneficial. You have the most energy, you get ideas, and that is so true for especially those of us who learn from doing and moving. Working out can be so beneficial, not just for, your physical health, but for your mental health as well. And we know that. So absolutely Love starting my mornings like that. Oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, so in there after the gym, I will shower and do my skincare. And I want to mention a couple of skincare products that I've been loving. And they are number one, Dr. Brenner's vitamin C serum. I will link it because it is so good. I think it's is it SkinCeuticals? I can look it up. Okay, yes, SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic is like the all-time number one trending vitamin C serum. Dr. Brenner's has the exact same ingredients. It is so good. I just started using it, but I love it. And okay, so I'm looking at SkinCeuticals. For that bottle, it's $182. Okay. For Dr. Brenner's, which I kid you not, has the same ingredients. And I went down a rabbit hole. That's a whole other story with skincare. So they have the same ingredients. And that one is $20. I will link it. It is so good. I don't know why people aren't talking about this. It's amazing. It has like 4,000 reviews on Amazon. So some people know what's up. So I use that as far as skincare. A sunscreen that I've been loving, I know I've shared it here on my podcast before, is the Juice Beauty Sport SPF 30 sunscreen. I love it. It is not tacky at all. I put that on and then I do my makeup, I do my hair, and I'm ready for the day. So getting ready, that's another thing, is before I start working, for me, getting ready just makes me feel like I can take on the world. It gives me that confidence boost. It makes me feel really good, even if I'm not planning to go out at all during the day. So getting ready, getting dressed, doing my skincare, my makeup. So what is behind my morning routine? And that would be intention. Intention is behind everything that I do every single day. And if you look at any successful person, they have this in common, whether they're waking up at 4, whether they're waking up at 10 a.m., it is having control over your life. So I approach everything with intention, and that is something to think about as you are living your day. You should totally have that cup of coffee or cup of tea or whatever it is with peace, not feeling like you have to do or you should do XYZ. Attack it with intention. And I have a download. I think it's a download. I created it a couple of months ago and I did share it. It's a download of your day and tracking your day with intention behind it and looking at how you are spending your time hour by hour, which also aligns to your values. So are you living an intention with your core values? I will link that in the show notes so you can go ahead and download it. Enter in how you're spending your time. You might be surprised. Speaking of values, I have the most incredible offer for you today. And I just want to start by saying it is free, no risk. It's absolutely free. So I just finished the Values to Wellbeing Master Coach Training. And this program is incredible. It was incredible for me. It uncovered what my core values are. The founder of Values to Wellbeing, Sanka Holzer, is a biochemist with a PhD in molecular medicine. And so she founded Values to Wellbeing, the coaching program that I went to. And it evolved from her studying the heart and what someone with a healthy heart and living in their true well-being, what they did in life versus what the people who were stressed out, had maybe heart issues, were dealing with. And what she found was those people with the healthiest hearts, living their highest level of well-being, were living to their core values. And from there, she developed this program. I think she started it in 2015. And I am so grateful to have been trained in this program to bring it to my clients. It is the most important work. When I work with my clients now, my one-on-one clients, values always come up, and I use pieces of what I've learned from this program in addition to my life coaching certification and that program. But this values information is just invaluable. And so what Cinca found was that there are actually two competing sets of values at war within all of us. And we have to bring awareness to them. So there are core values, and those core values, she explained like your physiological DNA and how you just are physically is the same as your core values in alignment with your psychological DNA. So they are psychologically and intrinsically in you. They are you, your core values. They do not change. Now we have acquired values, and those values can knock heads with our core values. And that's where stress comes up. That's where you're thinking, I should do this, or you're listening to someone who's telling you, you should do that. We all have them, this competing set of values. So just bringing awareness to them and then learning how to, first of all, discover what our core values are, because most of us don't even know. If you ask someone, maybe they'll say honesty or loyalty, those values. But going deeper and figuring out if those are actually your core values is so, so important so that you live a life that is just smooth sailing. And yes, life happens, stressful things come up, but when we live in our core values, it's kind of like you're putting on a superwoman cape and not much can rock you when you are solid in knowing your core values. So this is huge. I feel like everyone should, here I am saying should do this. So what I'm offering is a values group coaching engagement, and this will be 8 weeks long, 100% free. There are no strings attached at all. The reason that I'm doing this for free is because I have never taught the entire program or coached through the entire program. I have learned it. I know it. I've done it on myself, but I haven't coached an individual through A to Z. I've taken pieces of the program and I've worked with my clients on them, and I've seen massive success and ahas and transformations in my clients just from those little pieces. But I have never done a full-on package or coach someone from A to Z. So I am offering it. This is one time only. I'm not going to do it free again. I will probably charge a lot for this program, if I'm being honest, like probably over $1,000, maybe more. And it's worth it, by the way. It's absolutely worth it. So you are getting massive, massive value from this, and I'm doing it for free. Okay. So we will start on October 22nd. That is the start date. So I'm planning to do these every single Sunday. So what the sessions will look like is they will be on Zoom. So wherever you are in the world, you can join on Zoom, free. Like I said, no strings attached. And I will leave the info to sign up. I need you to sign up. There is going to be a cap on this group coaching program, just with Zoom's specifications and what can be handled there. I want to keep this also a semi-intimate space. I don't know how many people are going to sign up, but yeah, I will leave all of the info. So if you know you want to do this, I say go ahead and sign up. And if you can't make it live, I will be sending out the recordings so you can do like a self-study if you want to, and watching it later. So it'll be once a week for about an hour, maybe max 90 minutes if we go over. I really want to give you my all in this program, and I'm just so excited to offer this to you. It is so dear to my heart because I have just seen a change within myself and living in alignment with my values. And so I just can't wait to bring it to you. So that is my spiel on values. And like I said, I'll leave the link to sign up. And yeah, I hope that you have a great week, and I will chat with you next week.